Saga into play. Explore being cast. Grazer! You came back! Alright. Boom. Take that, Ragavan. That's gone. There are many things in this world that can exist, but Bobble in your graveyard is not one of them. Not one of them, even slightly. Hello, and welcome everybody. We are here for round 2 with the list that you see on screen, courtesy of the user GrilledCheeze. So thank you for the origin for this deck list, and thank you for doing well with it, because it's caught my attention. And if it has not yet caught your attention, then you need to check out match 1, where I go over in detail everything you need to know about this deck list and the card choices that are being made. Of course, you can find the deck list in the description below through MTG Goldfish, hashtag not sponsored. But anyways, yeah. We just sort of stumbled our way through round 1, so I'm excited to jump in here for match 2. I'll see you guys in the games. Alrighty, let's hop in here for the match. On the draw. Don't know how to pronounce this name. Yeneves, maybe? And we have just the perfect hand of all lands, a Relic of Progenitus. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, I think that's a mulligan. And we get, instead, turn 1 Grazer into Saga. Seems decent, seems decent. I think we just bottom the Vesuva here, as we'll be likely to hit more lands with our Explorer, and maybe even a bounce land. So, I think Vesuva's probably the weakest here. See what our opponent leads on. If they lead on Ragavan, we have Grazer to block, except they could just kill the Grazer, in which case we might be in a little bit of trouble, but I mean, at least that would require them to have an additional card. They lead on Bobble. See who they're going to bobble here, themselves or us. They bobble us, so they're going to cast a discard spell on us. There it is. I wonder if they take Grazer here. If they do take Grazer, I think I'm probably just playing turn 1 Garenbrig and then playing Saga on turn 2 so we can start making constructs with it. I don't think that would be too crazy here. They do take the Grazer. Alright, alright. They might be playing to dash out a Ragavan, actually. Yep, I'm gonna save the Saga for turn 2 here. And our Botanical Sanctum should be entering untapped on turn 3. Nice. Actually, I guess we get to play land off the Explorer, so it's probably going to be entering untapped here on turn 2. Unless they just have double discard spell, which I guess is not impossible, but still. Our opponent's on the Grixis variant of Lurrus over there. They do have a dash Ragavan. Well, Grazer tried his best. He wasn't there, but he was there in spirit, you know? I mean, I guess he was there, but then the Inquisition of Kozilek took him away. Kozilek caused this. That's what we're learning. Saga into play. Explore being cast. Grazer! You came back! Alright. Boom. Take that, Ragavan. And I guess we just put in the Sun Home. I don't think it really matters. I'm just going to put in the Sun Home. Both of them are basically untapped sources. I guess maybe putting the Windswept Heath. It doesn't really matter, because if we top deck Titan, we'll play Heath, crack it, and have enough green to activate Garenbrig, so. What did they exile from us anyways? Wood of Foothills. Sure. Our opponent must be cursing this Arboreal Grazer right here. If we don't find a Titan by the time the Saga goes off, we might just be getting Relic of Progenitus to keep Unholy Heat and Dragon's Rage Channeler in check, and also to get us a card deeper. That would make sense to me. That's what this main deck Relic is for. Our opponent's just going to pay 3 mana, put Lurrus in hand here, pass it back. I don't believe we're playing a main board Bojuka Bog. We are not. We are playing 0 copies of Bojuka Bog in the 75. Interesting. They take our Explorer. Okay. Well, I guess they're not dashing Ragavan here. I wonder if they play the Ragavan off this treasure or not. I guess they still have a land drop as well. We'll see. There's a land drop. They put Lurrus in hand and pass. Okay, well. And we top deck the Titan, of course. How else would it be? How else would it be? Unfortunately, there's not much we can do to play around Unholy Heat here. I think I am shocking the breeding pool as well, just so that we can transmute Solari West a little more easily. We'll tediously float all the mana, cast a Primeval Titan, of course. Gotta do it now before our opponent can, like, drown the lock or Summoner's Pact or something like that. So yes. And I think Solari West and something else is going to be the move. Probably just a bounce land, maybe even Boros Garrison. That will let us activate Sunhome as well, so... I guess they could have exactly, like, Terminate plus Kroxa. In which case, getting a bounce land and picking up the 2S will not be the best choice here. We could get Garrison and then bounce the Garrison to our hand. So that way, if they do have exactly Terminate plus Kroxa, we still have the Solari West in play. And then when we pop our Saga here, we'll still be able to play the bounce land, pick up the 2S, and transmute immediately. Because otherwise, we're not going to be able to cast a Titan this upcoming turn anyways. We could also just get TOS plus Saga. That's really not the craziest. I'm going to go with TOS plus Saga because if our Titan is still in play, we'll have a Amulet by the time that we attack with our Titan, so we can get the Boros Garrison to pay for the Sunhome if we want to. Otherwise, we have a Solari West so that we can top deck bounce land and still be able to do the things that we want to do. Or we can just use Saga to make some tokens. DRC, huh? Huh? Terminate? Well, they did have the Terminate. Probably getting Relic of Progenitus, depending on what we top deck, of course. They put Unholy Heat into their graveyard. Okay. Alright. Let's not lose the game. Probably a good first step here. Guess we'll just tap the castle. Sure. Yes. Okay, no bounce land. So we'll go ahead and activate this. And I think we are probably just getting a relic. Sure. We'll play the land. We'll go ahead and relic them once. Just to try to keep their graveyard low. I guess actually maybe we should just be popping relic here. It doesn't play very well around them having a discard spell. If we top deck like a Titan or something and they Thought Seeds it away, then it would be pretty tragic, but they also could just play a couple spells and refill for their channeler, so I'm not super in love with that. It shrinks our construct as well, which is probably irrelevant, but it's true. I'm not really putting them on a Murktide Regent deck here, so I'm just going to let them untap and probably Relic on their instep. Even taking 3 damage here might be worth it. I guess we can just block with Grazer. It seems fine. The main thing that punishes this is if our opponent has Murktide Regent. They might. No, they can't have Murktide because they have Lurrus, right? So yeah, we don't have to worry about Murktide. In which case, I think waiting on the Relic is probably the right call. We do know they have Lurrus in hand, by the way. And I'm going to go ahead and block with the Grazer. I don't really see a reason not to. Actually, I guess if we pop Relic, then we can block the 1/1 for a very long time. Whatever. It's probably not going to stay a 1/1 for very long, so I'm just going to take the block while I can. And they do nothing. Interesting. I think we can pretty safely just untap here. Titan, okay. Well, if we activate Saga, we're not going to be able to cast Titan. We can pop Relic, so they can't drown the lock our Titan, and then cast Titan and haste an attack with it, I think. Getting Amulet off the Saga. That seems like a good move. Alright, so let's float with the Saga, I suppose. Yeah, I think casting Titan is going to be the right move here. Of course, we're going to pop Relic beforehand. I guess we could let them put Drown on the stack, potentially. But we probably need to play around Unholy Heat as well, so... yeah, we'll just get Amulet. We'll... I guess if we pop Relic, they could, like, Thought Scour us or something. I still don't think that does anything. They could Thought Scour themselves into Unholy Heat. If they cast either Unholy Heat targeting the Titan or Drown, we can pop the Relic in response. The problem is, if the card they have is Unholy Heat, they could hit the Delirium for Unholy Heat by scrying a couple times with Dragon's Rage, so... I don't know. I'm just going to cast the Titan, I think. Not get too caught up in it. We can double strike Titan as well here, I think, if we do this. We get Boros Garrison and something else, and then on the attack we get Vesuva and a second bounce land, and we can double strike as well. That plays into them having, like, another Terminate effect or something, so I guess I don't really want to play into that. This way we can get blue bounce land and Boros Garrison, and both transmute and still haste our Titan, so... And if they want to drown this, we'll Relic in response. K command to do 2 damage to the construct and kill the amulet. Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. We lose our construct, which is kind of sad, but that's fine. Alright, we'll say yes to this. Still wanting to get Garrison, I think, at this point, so we can pick up the Talari West, and then maybe just another Saga, even. Wouldn't be the worst. Yeah, I think Saga's the move. Again, playing the slow and grindy game here. We'll go ahead and Relic them once. And we're going to pick up the Talari West anyways, so I'm just going to pick it up here. And... we can still, again, wait on the Relic, because if we Relic now and then they play Bobble and then Lurrus, they get immediate value. I mean, do we even care about that, though? That would take their whole turn, basically. 1, 2, 3. And they wouldn't be able to get Delirium back. They would only need, like, 2 spells, potentially, to hit Delirium, though, so... I think I'm inclined to just pass. We'll just hold on to this Relic until the end of time, I guess. We need to be careful about popping Relic, though, if they have red mana up, because they can Unholy Heat in response, so that's definitely something to be thinking about. We'll just take the 3. Not super concerned about it. I think we're winning this race. Hey, they did have the Bobble, so we played around that. There's a Drown. Right, we'll untap. Drawing the Amulet's pretty nice here. That one's pretty good. Guess we might as well go ahead and cast it. Boom. Do we want to transmute Talari West for any reason? I don't think so. We'll just make the token, you know, give our Titan +2/+0 and Vigilance and all the good stuff. They're drowning the Amulet. This definitely feels like bait. Like, they've got to have Unholy Heat, and they're trying to get us to pop Relic now. So I'm just going to say that's fine. Double striking is probably better than hasting here, but it takes more mana. I think I want to give Vigilance instead, just so that we can still activate Saga very easily. In fact, we could activate Saga and still pop Relic, so... Alright, we'll go ahead and search here. We'll get the last Saga. I mean, I don't really see why not at this point, if I'm being completely honest. Saga plus Valakut seems like a good choice. I think if we get another Saga, that's probably pretty unbeatable. And the other land doesn't matter as much. Valakut seems fine in case our Titan dies somehow and we need to try to kill him with the Dryad, so... We'll go ahead and Relic them for 1 here, for whatever it's worth. And they can take 8. Down to 7. And I don't think we're transmuting the T-West. I think we'd rather hold up Saga activation plus Relic, so they bobble. That's fine. They're going to need 2 Unholy Heats to kill this guy. They cast 1, and then I pop Relic, and then in response, they cast the second one. Yeah, we'll take 3. And the funny thing is it has to attack. They can't leave it back to block, even if they wanted to. You know what I just realized? We could even summon this pack for the frog. Start exiling their graveyard that way. There's 1 Unholy Heat. Yeah, we'll Relic. Here comes the second one. They concede the game. Okay, well, I mean, that works, I suppose. That Relic doing tons of work. Main board of Relic of Progenitus, huh? Alright, in this matchup, I think Dismember is fine because it can help us with the early Ragavans, but it also kills Lurrus, which is not nothing. Explosives is kind of debatable here. I think it's not that great against their Kolaghan's Command deck, so I'm not inclined to have it. I guess Explosives on 1 also deals with Alpine Moon, which could be relevant enough. Like, naming Valakut would prevent us from controlling their board with Dryad, so I think maybe 2 Explosives is okay, but I don't think I want a third one. I'm not sure that we want the Force of Vigor, Foundation Breaker type effects specifically for, like, Alpine Moons. Or Blood Moons. I guess they could have Blood Moon. Swan Song seems alright. It counters discard. I mean, it gives them a clock, though. I don't love it, but it counters Draw on the Locks and Unholy Heats and stuff like that. Counters discard spells if we need it to. Counters Blood Moons and Alpine Moons. Only when they're being cast, though, not after the fact. Obviously, Relic is great, so we'll take as many of those as we can have. Radiant Fountain seems fine. Actually, Fountain's fine. It's fine. Right? In this matchup, we can trim... Probably map, as we're almost 100% getting Relic if we end up popping a Saga off, so... Probably okay with that. And speaking of Saga, even though we're bringing stuff in to play around Alpine Moon, I think it's okay to trim 1 Saga just to make sure we don't get punked. Azusa dies to Kolaghan's Command and Unholy Heat without them having to have a graveyard, so I'm not a huge fan of Azusa here. You trim a Pact. Actually, I don't really like that. I guess they could have Chalice. We'll trim 1 Pact, just in case. What else? We can trim... No, Cavern seems very good. So does Garenbrig. Maybe the Radiant Fountain is just not that great. Yeah, I don't think we're ever really going to be searching for Radiant Fountain, if I'm being honest. I guess we might die to, like, bolts and stuff, but... Dryad seems fine. Grazer is good. Amulet's good. Maybe we only need, like, 2 Swan Songs, as our opponent's, like, very aggressive, but... I don't know. We're here to play Swan Song, so I'm going to give it a shot. Explosives is mainly here as an answer to Alpine Moon, I would say, but it's relevant other places. We'll trim a Pact. We'll trim a Garenbrig. We'll trim an Explorer. And we'll trim a Dryad. And a Dismember. Sure. Gotta submit with 5 seconds on the clock. It can't take forever. You gotta eventually make some sort of decision, so. Alright, well, we get to turn 1 Grazer into Saga, turn 2 Relic. I mean, we're snap keeping this. We might even just lead on turn 1 Relic, if I'm being completely honest. Might not even cast Saga on one either. Or play Saga on one. It might be Fetch, Shock, Relic. We'll see. Our opponent might have a discard spell here as well. Oh, no. Red. Ragavan. DRC. I'm kind of inclined to just go ahead and get this Relic into play. They have double bobble. Jeez. They've already got Delirium too. Wow, that's a start. Oh no, wait. I thought they had sorcery. No, they have artifact, instant, land. So they're 1 away from Delirium. Okay, well, this is gonna be interesting. There's explosives. That's not bad. Do we play the Grazer out or do we play the Relic? I think we play the Relic. Do we shock? I think we don't. My gut feeling says that the 2 life might matter, especially when our opponent is most likely going to even have Delirium this upcoming turn. Like, all they have to do is cast Expressive Iteration, and they've already hit Delirium, so obviously we're going to Relic them now. Of course, they're leaving Bobble in the yard for Lurrus. Makes sense. Next turn, we can play Saga and Grazer out of Bounce Land to pick up the Forest. We can start making some Saga tokens, working our way towards our 2nd Relic of Progenitus. See, I'm kind of joking, but I'm also kind of not joking at all. Seal of Removal. I mean, we can Explosives that one, I guess. Explosives on 1 against Seal plus Dragon's Rage Channeler seems decent. I mean, if they want to bounce our Grazer with Seal of Removal, I'm pretty happy with that, though. Right, we'll play the Grazer, I suppose. Put a blue source in play for transmuting. Pick up the Forest. If we play Saga here and they have Alpine Moon, that's not great news for us. We very easily might just be playing Explosives on 1 and popping it this upcoming turn. So we might want to go ahead and crack our Relic here as well. I guess we can start by exiling a card. We also might need to be worried about Kolgan's command to blow up our Relic and stop us from drawing a card. We can still do that with Saga. I just don't know if I want to play into the, 2 of Alpine Moon that they have, because every time I play into it, they always have it. And I'm not exaggerating. Every time I've been like, well, if they have Alpine Moon, that's, it's like, whatever. It's always happened. I think I'm inclined to just play the Forest here. Okay, I'm playing into the Alpine Moon. You're seeing it on camera here. If our opponent has the Alpine Moon, then that's just further video proof. They always have it. They're fetching. Tap Watery Grave. You got it. Here it comes. Alpine Moon. They're going to tap Steaments. They're going to play a fetch land. Or a regular land. They're going to tap a red land. They're going to play Alpine Moon right about now. I really hope they don't. I'm just joking around. You don't have to do that, opponent. Pretty please, would you Seal of Removal my Arboreal Grazer? 1 time? Interestingly enough, we can Relic ourselves, so we can play Engineer Explosives and not have it drown in the Locked. It's kind of funny. Okay, they're going to combat. They're attacking. I think we block with Grazer, and if it dies, we just don't care, because we're probably going to be playing Explosives on 1 anyways. I guess they can Seal of Removal to save their own DRC from the Explosives. I think I'm probably pretty okay with that exchange. Getting both baubles out of the yard and the seal of removal so they can't use Lurrus to a very annoying effect. That seems pretty worth it, if I'm being completely honest, but... Okay, the damage went through. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with this exchange. It's almost like we're both doing nothing, except I think our nothing is a little better than their nothing. We'll see for sure, though. Still have no clue if Swan Song is actually good in this matchup. Jury's still out on that one. Something tells me... I don't know. I really don't know. There's K-Command. We were playing around this one. Remember that? Yeah, we'll pop this. Oh no, they killed our Grazer. Oh, we should have let the... Scry trigger resolve. Oops. Whatever. Now we just exposes on one, I guess. Well, no, if we do that, we don't get our Saga token. If we draw a Grazer or an Azusa... I guess we can't draw Azusa. If we draw a Grazer or Summoner's Pact, then we have Titan this upcoming turn, thanks to Saga getting an Amulet. I think we're probably supposed to play Explosives out, also in case they top deck Ragavan, so... Yeah. We'll play the Explosives here, and then if we have to pop it, we can. But otherwise, we can just activate Saga. At the very least, it's an artifact, which is not nothing. I suppose if our opponent has a second K-Command, we can also pop Explosives if we need to. Oh wait, we're going to be able to play our Titan this upcoming turn regardless. So, never mind, I guess. Yeah, we'll take one. We don't care about this. Our opponent has explosives for 0. Alright, we'll yield to the Dragon's Rage Channeler, I suppose. I guess the for 0 is to try to deal with our Saga tokens. They mill over Bobble, okay. Is it kind of dumb that I'm already considering just getting another Relic with this Saga? I mean, obviously we're gonna... Is it obvious? If we pop explosives here, then we are not getting wrecked by K-Command. If our opponent has a second K-Command, and we tap out here, they can blow up our explosives, which could be, like, a big deal. If we pop explosives now, they also can't seal of removal to bounce our Titan, which might be really relevant. I actually think, especially because they have explosives already, I think we're supposed to just pop our explosives on one. This gets the seal of removal out of play. That's fine. Okay. Alright, one tap. I guess they could have counterspell here. Like, actual, literal counterspell. I think I'm just, making a token and searching for Relic. We'll play a second Saga. We'll Relic them. And this way we can get rid of both Seal of Removal and Bobble. And we're still playing the slow and steady game here. Not going to yield through this turn because they might have a K-Command for the Relic or something along those lines. We might need to pop it, so we'll see if they pop their explosives. They fetch. Sure. DRC, you got it. I don't know how. We are at a higher life total than them. That makes no sense. Lurrus in hand, okay. Do we want to pop a Relic yet? I think not yet. I think not quite yet. We can activate Saga and then pick it up with the bounce land and still have 1 mana up for Relic. That seems good. We're probably going to have to Relic our opponent when they cast this Lurrus, so... I'm pretty okay with that. We could also let the Saga go off and get another Relic in play. I think it's okay to just pick up the Saga here. We're slowly climbing our way towards Titan mana as well, making steady and sure progress here. If our opponent casts Lurrus, then we'll immediately pop a Relic. They have land. That's quite good for us. Black, black, and 1. Lurrus on the stack. We'll pop Relic. No bobble or seal of removal for you. Absolutely not. And we drew another Relic. This is so good. We got to use all 3 Relics this game. Oh, man. Our opponent is still holding up literal counterspell. We have 2 Cavernous Souls. Speak of the devil. I was going to say we have 2 Cavernous Souls we could draw to punch through this obvious literal counterspell. I guess they're also potentially just going to be popping their explosives here. Interesting. Do we slam the Titan here or not? Because that might expose us to them having, like, end of turn spell, untapped spell, like, Unholy Heat or something crazy. I don't know. I guess if we hold this Titan for longer, then we're more likely to get Thought Seized, so whatever. Cavernon Giant, let's go. And I think we just swing with both constructs. We'll swing with one construct and see what happens. The other construct is back to block Lurrus in case they wanted to attack. That way they're basically forced to pop explosives. Hey, we got a free 2 damage through. Nice, nice. Alright, I guess they could have Aether Gust. I don't think I want to play around it. It's going to be real bad if they Aether Gust and then Thought Scour our Titan, but what else can we do about it? It is Gust. Yikes. Okay. Well, that is annoying. I'm not gonna lie. That's quite annoying. Next turn we can play Saga and Relic and then also play Titan, though, so... And they can't counter this one. They're down to 2 cards in hand, so... They mill over the Delta. Alright, this is fine. Obviously, we have to put this guy on top. Pass it back. They can pop explosives and swing in, I guess. Yeah, there's the explosives pop. Oh, they get to play explosives again with the Lurrus, I suppose. Makes good sense. Dash Ragavan, okay. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Oh, they get to exile our Titan. No! Don't do that, opponent. Not cool. It's okay. We'll just top deck another Titan to replace it. Nothing to worry about at all. Explosives again. Ugh. We have done everything we can to stop this Lurrus card from being good, but we just can't. And there's the Alpine Moon that I mentioned before. Okay. I don't know how this is slipping away. I must have done something wrong. Let me know in the comments if you saw some missequencing or something. I thought we were doing well. The name's Simic Growth Chamber, okay. Sanctum. I mean, I guess we're playing Saga here. And Relic. We'll Relic them. Do we have to pop this Relic and try to find, like, literally anything that we can actually cast? I think we kind of do. Like, if we find a Dryad that we can use to block their Ragavan, we don't. Perfect. Yeah, this is not turning out for us. Here's another Ragavan dash. No, Expressive Iteration, okay. Of course, the reason I'm playing out Saga here is not necessarily to get the tokens, but because the faster we can get Amulet, the more likely it is that our Titan just kills our opponents, so... We've gone through all the relics. Guess it wasn't good enough. Excuse me. I was gonna say, I have to admit, this is pretty disappointing. They hit another Titan, too? Come on. Come on. What is this? Alright, we need to top deck Dryad so we can kill off their Lurrus and DRCs and stuff. Alright, Dryad off the top is the only thing that will rectify this. Could never have drawn the Dryad, could we? Dude, just all lands. What is going on? I mean, I guess we're playing Valcut. Are we just dead, literally? We're actually just dead. They pop explosives on the Saga token and we're just dead. Ugh. That's disgusting. What happened? Alright, well, clearly we want more explosives. Because now we know our opponent is most certainly playing Alpine Moon. Probably don't want to be cutting Dryad. Dismember is good against specifically Lurrus, but that's about it. I guess, no, Dismember is good against the Ragavan as well, so we probably do need Dismember, as unfortunate as it is. Not sure that Cavern is great here. I guess it lets us play around Drown, but we're going to try to use Relic to do that, I think. And I think Saga is quite good, but honestly, 3 seemed fine there, so. Never got to see Swan Song. I have no clue if that card's going to be good here. Maybe it's going to cost us the match if we draw it. We'll see. 2 cards. I have no clue what they should be. I think we trim a Breeding Pool, as taking damage for our lands is not where we want to be exactly. Explore seems fine. Grazer's very good. Summoner's Pact is... it's kind of weak to Drown. I don't know, though. I'd like to be able to have a pact that we resolve to get a Titan and still be able to search for a second pact via Tolaria West. So, I think trimming down more copies of pact would probably be detrimental. And maybe it's just Garen Brig since we're playing a longer game. I don't know. I'm going to give that a shot. Let me know if you think I should be sideboarding differently in this matchup. Sideboarding out a lot of lands, it feels like. Although I guess the Ghost Quarter and the Radiant Fountain were already in the sideboard to begin with. We'll be on the play, of course. I mean, we get turn 1 Relic off of Saga. If our opponent has turn 1 freaking Alpine Moon, then we'll basically just die on the spot. I don't know if we can afford to do anything different. We might not even have a land to play on turn 2 here, to be honest. I guess we could just pick up the Saga with the Growth Chamber, and that wouldn't be the end of the world, and play turn 3 Dryad. I'm gonna try it. If our opponent goes turn 1 Alpine Moon, then I guess we just deserved to lose this game. They mulligan to 6. We could lead on Explosives for 1 with 0 colors and basically play Explosives for 0. Alright, let's lead on Saga. We'll let this thing go, and boom, Relic into play. Go. Let's see if Relics can carry it this time. We've got the chain going already. I think, honestly, picking up the Saga with the Growth Chamber is probably going to be the best play. No red source, no Alpine Moon. Love it, love it. They are playing a blue spell. Cantrip, perhaps? Serum Visions or something? Or are they going to Thoughtseize us? I realize I was yielded here, but we probably want to Relic away something that goes to their graveyard this turn, if at all possible. Inquisition, okay. You want to take one of the 2 Summoners Pacts? I guess this is both Summoners Pacts, isn't it? Remember when I said I didn't want to cut one of the Summoners Pacts so that if we drew this one, we could still transmute for this one? Oh, they did take one of the 2 Summoners Pacts. Oh my gosh. Okay. I stand corrected. Never mind. Alright. Another bounce lane is actually not bad at all. Yeah, we'll Growth Chamber and pick this up, and you're go. No rush here. No rush. They could dash Ragavan, which would be pretty devastating if I'm being completely honest. That's gone. There are many things in this world that can exist, but Bobble in your graveyard is not one of them. Not one of them, even slightly. Alright, we'll yield to this turn. I like how last game our opponent just started looping explosives with Lurrus, and even that was, like, really annoying. Inquisition. Okay, let's see what they take this time. The other Summoners Pact, perhaps? I mean, by all means. Yeah, sure. You got it. Shocks Demons. Blue spell. Explosives on 1. Okay. See if I care. Goodbye. See, that actually is kind of annoying, even though I just said see if I care, because we're not going to be able to draw a card off of the relic if we play Saga and then Dryad and land. We could just play Saga Explosives on 1 and then pass. I don't hate that. I guess that exposes us to Kolaghan's command. Vaguely. Not too bad, though. Sure. I think Saga Exposes on 1 is a reasonable line. And, yeah, we'll just, yield one at a time here, being very careful with our Relic of Presentus. I don't know what 0 mana effect our opponent could have to kill our Relic, but, being hyper aware. They've demonstrated the willingness to pop explosives here, you know? They're just passing with the engineered up, huh? They're just on the complete nothing plane over there. Okay. Swan Song! Yes! That's what we wanted. This is what we've been waiting for this whole time. Huh. Can we just let our relic go? Can we let the relic go? I think in order to do anything relevant here, we have to. I guess we could pop Saga. Not pop Saga. Pop Relic. Play Gruul Turf, pick up the Saga. And hold up either EE on 1 or Swan Song. And that way we won't waste our Saga activation here because we'll be able to pick up the Saga anyways. Sure. Sucks to not make a token here, but can't really afford anything else. Oh, another Saga, huh? We could play that and play the Dryad now. And still pick up this Saga if we wanted to. Interesting. Yeah. I think I'm pretty interested in that. The question is, are we playing out the bounce land or not? Honestly, I think that we are. I'd rather have the Saga in hand. I guess if our opponent has exactly Alpine Moon, then... I mean, even if they have exactly Alpine Moon, we can pop our explosives on 1 to kill the Alpine Moon and then play our Saga from hand. So I guess even that wouldn't be the end of the world. We'll see if they have Terminate or something here for our Dryad. Wouldn't be surprised, or like Fatal Push or something. Both of us have explosives on 1 in play. One of us has got to be wrong. And I'm going to be completely honest, I have the distinct feeling that our opponent should not have explosives on 1 in play. What are they going to hit? Relic or Amulet, I guess? Like, whatever. K command. Alright, I guess we're discarding... Are we discarding the Swan Song? I think we're discarding Swan Song. Sorry, Swan Song. Didn't do the work that we wanted you to. I guess it could have if we had held up Swan Song for this turn, getting the read on K command. I don't know, I don't think that even that was, like, the worst thing in the world. Lurrus in hand, maybe? I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna be completely honest. That's fine with me. Too bad we don't have a Titan to punish them. Alright. Well, I mean, we're definitely activating Saga for a token here, so I guess we're playing Stronghold, Dryad. Do we play second Saga? If our opponent has Alpine Moon, I mean, they really got us by this point. I'm just going to play the Saga out. Swing with the Dryad. Pass it to our opponent. I guess they can pop explosives and then replay it on 0 after they get this Lurrus in play. Sure. They still wouldn't be able to pop explosives very quickly, though. especially with that tap land. Now they can't pop it and also play Lurrus, so they're in a bit of a tough spot here. Probably play Lurrus anyways, yeah. We can search for a relic off of one of these sagas again. There's the Lurrus. Do they have Bobble or something? No, just pass. Right, on Instep, we'll make our dude. Bang! Make a construct. Right, this one's fine. This one, however, we need to respond. I think I'm going to use Growth Chamber to do this as well, since we can use the red from the Gruul Turf, I do believe, to activate Stronghold or something. Right, now we'll sacrifice this and search. And again, I think Relic is just fine here. Like, this is going to stop our opponent from getting their explosives back online. We'll go ahead and use this now. I think we just hold the Sanctum in hand to play around future K commands. And we just swing with the crew here. Yeah. Go. This feels pretty good to me. Our opponent over here on the Nothing plan didn't really seem to be working out. They pop explosives. Well, I do in fact have something to say about that. Pop Relic. You can't get this explosives back. I'm sorry. You just can't do it. We want these constructs. Our opponent concedes the game. Whew. That was a really fun match, I'm not going to lie. That was a super sick match. Well, we are currently 2-0 with this list, and I think that Relic of Progenitus is obviously great. So, definitely a good showing for at least the Relic part of our deck. Maybe later on we can see the strength of Swan Song instead of just discarding it to K command. And of course, we also saw the power of Engineered Explosives. I think that Explosives is really good in sideboard right now. Not only for the Hammer Time matchup in particular, but also because Explosives is a really nice and clean answer to Alpine Moon against all these other decks that are playing DRCs and Ragavans anyways. Just Explosives on one, killing their Hate enchantment piece and their board as well is just obviously fantastic. So, anyways, let me know what you think about this list, and I will see you guys for round 3. This is Redface Menace.